Alright, this starts with some clips, then it gets to the interview, so we get a little combo. Let's check out this wonderful Shakespearean performance.
I heard the jury was back. They came down to hear the verdict.
There's not gonna be a verdict. You can turn right around because Mike took a deal to spend 2 years in prison.
Overacting. Look at that face.
And they're in there right now signing
that
off on
fake
it.
lying face.
And I don't know what to do.
Okay,
Very bad.
I'll tell you what you need to do. You need to go back inside and you need to be there for him.
I'm not gonna go back inside and
Alright, I'll say both their acting's pretty bad, but Meghan's is just way worse. Like, the expressions are awful, and I think that explains so much of what we see with her, which is social climbing. She became an actor because she wanted the fame, not because it was something that she was good at or put effort into.
be there for him.
Why not?
Because he told me that he wasn't going to do this.
She did a little better there of being upset. So some actors, she's very accustomed to being upset and being indignant, so she might have been better at pulling up those emotions.
He told me that it was on the table.
All right, now that's awful.
And I begged him not to take it.
That
And he
brat.
promised me that he wouldn't.
Rachel, last night Harvey came to me wanting to do the same thing, and I begged him to have faith in that jury.
And Harvey kept his word.
But he might not have. And I told myself that if he changed his mind, I would have.
I'm sorry, I know some of you did like this show, like one or two commenters aside from the Meghan part. I don't see how anyone could like this show. So Meghan's a bad actress because we see it in every single thing that she does acting in. But this other actress is not doing a good job either. I'm generally for freedom of expression, but I would say whoever directed this show, I could see them not being allowed to do it anymore. Like for like public health or something, you know,
To forgive him.
not allowed
And
to
Donna, you're a
direct.
better woman than I am. Because Mike is my heart.
What?
And right now I feel like someone is ripping my heart out of my chest, and that someone's him.
What?
Hi, Megan.
Oh.
I promise this
All
Donna
right, let's
won't
see.
tear your heart out.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
That hey everybody was so awkward. And to me, you know what the hey everybody looks like? It's weird. Like, you'll see sometimes very famous people on talk shows that people are really excited about. Like, they'll kind of like feel the audience is excited and like, oh my gosh, who's this person? And they'll break the tension with like a hey everybody, and people will laugh. But in her case, that was not the case. So I think she was just trying to act out the part of someone who's like much more famous and charismatic than she is.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Look at the smattered applause.
So Megan stars in Suits, which had a very, for her at least, unfortunate season finale, in which her love went to the big house.
That's right.
Would you care to elaborate on that?
You know what's so hard is that I don't know how many people are watching this. I know it's live streaming, right? And
Okay.
ooh, social media will kill you for spoilers.
But I mean, if it's already aired, you
I
can't
know.
I'm totally with you,
What?
like before it airs, but at some point you have to be like, dude,
Like,
it's
we
out
can
there.
talk about what exists.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sensitive to it because we have so many global followers of the show who aren't able to see
For
it as
sure.
quickly. But I will
So she completely is not answering the question, and she's basically just talking about how famous she is and how everyone's going to be talking about her on social media, and keeps bringing it back to that point. So let's see if she gets to that question.
Yes, I mean, obviously season 5 ended with a pretty turbulent, not cliffhanger, but a really finite ending. And so I think for a lot of people, the biggest question was, what happens now? Where do we go from there in season
Exactly.
6? Especially because, is there going to be a time jump? Are we going to start off somewhere else? No, it's starting in real time. We are starting right after we left off.
Oh, really?
I had
So
a
when the show returns this summer, by the way.
Yes, it comes back in June. So we start going back to filming April 4th. So I can't wait to have my Suits family back with me. It's been a while. We've been on hiatus for a couple months.
Yeah,
Okay.
it must be so hard going to work with
I have a
those
thought
two
on that. Let's
ugly,
see.
ugly dudes.
It's a tough job.
I hope you
Somebody
demand a
has to
raise
do it.
every year.
So,
There- look.
so this is funny too, because it's this weird thing. Like, I'm sure, I don't know, this like something where it's like, it's totally evil. Like, oh, I was objectified about my looks, but let's talk about these guys' looks. Like, it's this weird like competition or something. But whatever.
I mean, I think with any job, if you're working with the same people that closely for now 5 years of your life, yes, of course we're a family. We've grown up together. The people that I'm closest with on the show, though, are Rick and Sarah, who played Donna and Lewis.
So part of why she's so boring to listen to is the amount of information that is actually conveyed, like, per sentence. So she talks a lot, But if you say like, what did I actually learn, right? When she was talking about like the cliffhanger, I learned that she said the show had a finite ending and that it's gonna start again at the same point next year. Now, I don't know anything about this, and that's just me coming off the top of my head based on what she said. And it was hard to pull that information out. But she said that in like 8 or 10 sentences. So I think she just really likes talking. So it's more about, and you see that sometimes, where it's more about just the fact of talking rather than getting ideas across. It's just, I'm talking and I want to talk rather than getting across any information. I'm not saying all speech has to be logical. Sometimes you do want people to learn or it's emotional, but she just takes it to an absolute extreme where the only purpose of talking is to talk.
Those are my buddies. Rick and I always go and get foot massages together. It's our own off-camera version of mudding, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see everybody again.
Oh my God, we should have had a foot masseuse on stage with us. Wouldn't that be something?
He's the one that loves it so much. We get foot reflexology.
Do you think that they will ever, that you and that
Rachel and Mike, will they ever get married?
So first I'll say the woman who's interviewing her, she seems pretty good to me. Like, I don't know anything about her, but she seems nice. She's trying to make Meghan comfortable. She's trying to like give Meghan opportunities to make jokes based on what Meghan's saying. She's trying to like go on the same threads as Meghan. She's, friendly. She just seems like she's a good interviewer. That's my take so far. She seems nice and like she's doing a fairly good job.
I hope so for them. I think the fans are owed that moment. We watched them play this game of cat and mouse for so long and so many seasons, and sort of finally see their relationship come to fruition in that way. Look, it would be worth it. That wasn't the original ending, though, what we ended with at season 5. In the scripted version, they got married.
Really?
And then when that script came out, the first draft of it, myself and Gabriel
So I'd say the first part of that was honestly not an awful answer. Like, she answered the question, but then I think she's just going off on a little bit of a tangent, and she doesn't pause enough. Because again, I think she likes to talk too much. I think she could have made that point, maybe let the interviewer like say something, respond to it, or let that sink in before going on to something else.